Most of us here have lost somebody abruptly. For some, it's been a close family member. For others, it's been close friends. And for some, more recent than others. So we did not lose Dad abruptly. The good news is we were prepared, or at least as prepared as we could be, and we thought we were prepared. I think each of us has come to realize that we got a little cocky, and the impact was a lot greater than we anticipated. Nonetheless, we did have over a decade to prepare. The bad news is you know it's imminent, and you have no idea when the last shoe will drop. And every season comes with a new set of challenges, not only for Dad, but for everyone around you. The bottom line is that dying over the course of a decade is a massive team effort. That this is a celebration of life. So it's truly a living over the past decade that's been a testament to his family and his friends. That's been the team effort. It's been a massive team effort it took to give Dad his best life over this past decade. So with all the stories we've told, we'll continue to tell it there. I'm going to take this time to give thanks to the team that gave Dad his best life in this past decade. He was a passionate man who loved to show appreciation, so I'm going to do my best to show it on his behalf here. Without time. Ashley was his first responder. She was charged with the impossible task of caring for someone who constantly needed much more medical attention than he let on. And we all know what that means with Dad. It was very unfair to her, but she was there and she did it. But she did it with grace and the support of my amazing brother-in-law, Patrick, who as a team made sure Dad's days, weeks, and years were constantly filled with laughter, love, and all the music that I'm convinced added years to his life. Thank you. Mickey was our quarterback. Typically, before a call to 911, Ashley would put a call into Mickey just to see what's up. What should we do in this situation? She was charged with the gut-wrenching task of knowing most what to do, but being the least proximal to do anything about it. But somehow she managed to take the lead on nearly every appointment, surgery, and major medical decision, either remotely or by selflessly pausing her entire life to get down here. Thank you. She would have to explain over and over to not only us, but to Dad, what was going on, what it all means, and what are the next steps. But while she managed to be our medical quarterback, both and my other amazing brother-in-law, Stephen, also made sure Dad's last decade was filled with love, laughter, trips, and an endless supply of home renovations that made Dad feel so fulfilled in certain weeks of his life. Mom, none of this. Here's the hard part. Mom, none of this would have been possible without you. And I'll explain. Thanks to my brilliant and tremendously thoughtful wife, Susie, who offered a very beautiful perspective on the most important role anyone could play here. You've been a saint putting out family fires with your mother and brother and everyone else's help over the past decades, and have depended on Nikki and Ashley to provide primary care for Dad. But they could not have pulled this off without you. We as a family could not have pulled any of this off. Any of the boards you see up there, we could have never come together like a team without you. I'll explain how that works. It's all about the qualities you instilled in us growing up. We somehow, in the midst of impossibly busy lives, all remote from each other, managed the health and happiness of someone slowly losing time to cancer. As sad as that sounds, he had the best 10 years anyone could have asked for in regards to care, love, and laughter that filled his life. You did this. Whatever challenges we had growing up, you were so good at saying, yep, this is a thing, but this is where we need to be. And we can stop and we can deal with this, but we cannot lose sight of where we need to be. And that was all you. And none of us could have gotten through this without that you instilled in us. So thank you. You raised two of the most compassionate women I know who were able to somehow bring Dad in for a soft and peaceful landing, surrounded by loving family at his side. And that's all you, and Dad has you to thank for that. I'm going to win this last part. So why are we here? Why are we here? We're here because Dad passed away, but why are there so many people here from all across the country, from old baseball teams, old friends? Why are all these people here? We've got 500 photos hanging up. We've got 1,000 pictures on the computer. Why are they all here? What makes Dad so special? Obviously, he was a great guy and we all loved him very much, but what was his special ingredient? You don't get this without a special ingredient. So I've been trying to think of it. I've been thinking a lot about how to sum up what that special ingredient is, and I think I'm onto something. And ironically, it's pretty common too. Dad has an insatiable need to feel special. We all like to feel special, but it was his oxygen. He needed to feel special. Why do you think he never once advertised? He always wanted to go into each job with an air of, hey, you called me. That's what that was. It's diagnosable and awesome. So how did that quality get us here? It's counterintuitive because we all know someone with that insatiable need to feel special. They spend lots of time trying to convince you they're special. They hijack conversations, they suck energy out of the room. They're kind of an emotional handful to be around. But Dad found a way to satisfy that need of feeling special without doing those things. He would ask questions and listen to you all night, just with the most intrigue. He would make you feel special. He would breathe life into a room instead of suck life out of it. That's what he did. I think what it was is our dad mastered the art of reciprocity. Dad found that he didn't need to convince anyone he was special. He just had to make them feel special. And he figured out it was scalable. The more special he made someone feel, the more special he felt about himself. And that's the magic of reciprocity. That's why Dad, when we were kids playing baseball, drove all the way across Maryland to the only place he could find a good enough deal he could afford for trophies for his team, so they would be the only team that got trophies. He knew it would make them feel special, but it made him feel like a rock star dad coach. So reciprocity. That's why Dad, I think probably half the people here have a stone on their mantle from Dad that he carved something into. A graduation, getting some sort of certification. Dad carved a stone into anything for any reason whatsoever. In fact, his buddy, riding down the causeway, hit a rock, almost died. Dad marched out to the causeway, cleaned the causeway, got out of his car, found the damn rock, and carved a message into it and brought it to him. He wanted everybody to feel super special, and it made him feel special. And cards go in a box as much as they're appreciated. Sometimes they get thrown out, but everybody's still got their damn rock while they're making it. And he knows it. And that's why he does it. Reciprocity. And that's why whenever he renovated a house, he would find the most special sentimental thing to somebody. And he would bake it into the project. And if they didn't have something, he would find something, talk to them about it for 15 minutes, and it would suddenly become one of the most special things that they owned. And they didn't even have it 15 minutes early, and he would bake that in. And that made him feel like the best, most special home renovator in town. And he didn't have to convince anybody else. He just made them feel special, which made him feel special. So that's how he quenched his need. And that's why we're all here. So let's take a lesson from Tony and move on from this, never missing an opportunity to make those we love and care about feel special. And maybe someday when it's our time, we'll be so lucky to have so many folks come and celebrate our life as well.